Yo, what's going on, people? It's Drifty. Welcome to Drifty'S TV and welcome to the match reaction for today's events, the FA Cup overall, and the fact that Liverpool are out after losing to Man United. Um, I'll start with the Man United one because it just makes it easier. Then I'll talk about the other stuff afterwards. And I don't even know why I'm even doing this now because maybe I should let this settle down a bit. But I am annoyed. I'm extremely annoyed. I think people misinterpret me trying to find positive spins as me not being annoyed. You don't have to scream and shout, so to speak. I think I've kind of learned to try and take a step back sometimes and not, of course we get caught up in moments, but I think people just are very reactionary and go way over the top. So I just try to not be that. I've been it in the past, and I'm just trying to not be that. I'm trying to be as fair to the players, to the manager as possible. I'm trying to look at all angles, and I'm not just trying to just lose my cool for the sake of losing my cool. I'm angry though. I'm extremely angry. I don't like losing any game, and I definitely don't like losing to Man United. And I think the Man United is what's making it even worse. If we'd have just gone out the cup and it was Man City that had beaten us, I think it would be a lot easier for people to take because they're a good team. Because Man United aren't a good team, it's very difficult for people to take. And I understand that. I'm there with you. But again, like I'm trying to just look at other parts of it. And it's probably going to get a lot of people saying things in the comments about this, but that's fine. Everyone's allowed their opinion. I just disagree with the ultra negativity. There is still a lot to play for this season. And even that game itself, I don't even think it was a poor performance. I think it was complacent. And then the extra time we were poor. I think if you look at the 90, I think we were the better team. It wasn't massively the better team. It wasn't a great game, but I still think we were the better team. I think, and the fact that we were winning right up until the last 15 minutes, yeah, I don't know, man. Man United didn't deserve to win, but they won. Fair play to them. It is what it is. That's how things go. They won, man. There's no point being extra salty about it or anything like that. You won. I think the big difference is Man United can't win the FA Cup. I think that's the big difference. So, like, you look at it and you go, yeah, it was annoying to go out, but the United fans that are happy that they won, that's fine. But like the acting like they're gonna go win it now, which I've seen some people, is like, all right, you're getting a bit too giddy there. Yeah. I mean, if you think that you're a better team than Man City, then fair play. And even Chelsea, to be fair, Chelsea surely will not lose another final if they get past City and get to the final. Surely Chelsea can't lose another final. So, can they beat them? We'll see. But I don't think anybody will stop City now. I think City will win the FA Cup now. That's me personally. I truly don't believe that Man United. Man United are a worse team this season than they were last season, and they couldn't stop them last season. So we'll see in it. But good luck to you. Good luck to you, Man United. Congratulations. You knocked us out. Your season is still up and running because your season would have been over. It meant more to you today to win. That's a fact. And I think it even showed in the performance to a degree. And here's the thing that I want to say about all the Liverpool fans that are really, really angry about the quad. I get the romanticism of winning a quadruple. I get how cool it would have been for us to have been able to say we won a quadruple. I truly do. But where I have a problem, generally speaking, when it comes to this situation is I think we've romanticized it too much, and I think it made people forget the logic behind what's going on, right? Like, I really do think people forget it. And again, this is just my opinion. But You're allowed to have yours. Trying to win all the trophies hasn't been done in England because it's nigh on impossible to do. It's very, 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 very unlikely that you will be able to win all 4 trophies because you're going to need luck along the way. You can't win 4 trophies based on talent alone. It's not possible. It's just not possible. And people can say, oh, yeah, it is. You're just saying it is. I think history's shown it's not possible. In English football, I don't think it's ever been done to win all 4 trophies in one season. I really don't. I know it hasn't been done in the Premier League, but I'd go as far as to say I don't think it's even been done in English football, full stop. And if it has, it would have been done years ago. Years ago. Premier League is a really intense league. It's way harder to win than all the other leagues. It's mad. Week in, week out, you have no idea who's going to win, what could happen. The intensity levels are crazy. The games are just back to back, bang, 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 quick, quick, quick. It is a very, very difficult league to win. And we know what it felt like the year we chased the quad. People could say what they want about players like Henderson and Fabinho, etc., etc. When you go back and you actually watch how drained we were towards the end of that season when we're chasing the quad, yeah, I genuinely believe it has something to do with the reason why we didn't get over the line. I really, really do. And people, again, are always going to try and say I'm making excuses. Just like, with all due respect, just take a step back from your bias, considering a lot of people tried to say it's me being biased, and your greed for want, and just listen to what I'm saying. 63 games you have to play if you want to win all 4 trophies. 63 games. And that was how many we played that year. Do you know how difficult it is for footballers to play 63? Plus, you got to throw all the international games on top, you know. So God knows how many games it is in total, including the internationals. We've got an international break happening now where all these players are going to go away and play 1 or 2 games, flying all around the world. Was it maybe 80 games, including all the internationals that get played across, or at least 70 plus? Like at least 70 plus, including all the internationals that get played throughout the season. There's like 3 or 4 international breaks with like 2 or 3 games per break, right? So we're looking at like 8, somewhere between 8 to 12, if there's like 2 to 3 games every international break. And there's like, what, 4 international breaks across the whole season. Like, we're looking at like an extra 8 to 12 games on top of the 63 if you go all the way. So what's that? 65, 75 games in a season, including internationals. That is absurd amounts of football that these men are playing. Yeah. And it does catch up with you. It does take its toll. It just does. And a couple of games can make a difference at this level. You go and look at the game we played against Arsenal at the Emirates in the league. They played 2 games that month. We played 6 games that month. That means we played triple the amount of games that they played. Now, I'm not blaming the loss on the fact that we played more games, but nobody can't tell me that isn't the reason why they weren't more fit and energized for that game. And we weren't a little roughed up and a little tired at the end of that month. They got to go away to Dubai and doing the whole madness, getting fed and all that. And we didn't. I'm just saying these things count. People always want to say it's an excuse because we live in this really weird social media world now where no one wants to have a real conversation. No one wants to have I will say no one wants to have a grown-up football conversation anymore. Everybody now wants to just be like, point finger, look where you can see there's the fault. You're making excuses. No one wants to ever hear there's a reason behind something. Everyone just always calls it an excuse. It's kind of jarring me, if I'm being honest with you. Like, it's the world we live in now, and I have to accept it, I guess. But like, it does my head in. It really does my head in. Maybe because I'm an older head. Maybe, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's what it is. But like, I do like to have proper conversations where people don't just always tell me everything I'm saying is an excuse when there's a lot of logic and sometimes fact going into what I'm saying. And it's, oh, you're just making excuses. You're just making excuses. Oh, you're just being salty. You know, it's like a really basic, weird, dumb ass world of football now that I don't like, and it does my head in. And it's another reason why I've tried to be as logical as I can when I have these conversations. And do I get things wrong? Of course I do. I'm not saying I'm 100% right or everything I'm saying is a fact or whatever, but I definitely do believe I'm being a lot more logical than a lot of other people do within this time, because I see the irrationalness of what people are saying. Get him out now. That's irrational. That's mad. Like, do you know how long somebody's got to be rubbish to be told to get out? Like, you got to be rubbish for so long to be told to get out. Or you've got to like just of never shown a sign of positive. Cody Gakpo's a prime example. Cody Gakpo was shown so much promise, that for people to say he's shit, he's done, get rid of him, is like, whoa, man. He's just in bad form. Have some patience. Look what the kid did at PSV. Look what he did in his first spell, you know, in his first 6 months at Liverpool, especially towards the end of that season when he started to really grow into it and he was playing really, really well. Look what he does on an international level. Like, he's not a crap player. It is a matter of system and poor form what's causing him an issue at the moment. But all of this mad over the top, get him out. He's not like we got to stray away from that, man. That we have. And again, I ain't telling no one how to be a fan. If that's what you want to do, you can do it. But when you jump in my comments and you say it, then I'm allowed to have an opinion on it. Because that's just how it goes, right? The same way you lot are having an opinion on what I'm saying. So this is my reaction to those people. You're going too far. You're going too far. It's just, you just are. And back to the situation with the quad. There's a part of me that's glad it's over, because I was sick of it. Like, yeah, when we're laughing and we're joking and stuff, like, I'll get drawn in and we're happy. And don't get me wrong, I'll sit there sometimes and I dream of it. And it'll be such an amazing dream. Oh, my God, if we could have won the quadruple in either of these 2 seasons where we've gone far. Oh, it would have been absolutely sensational. There's no 2 ways about it. It would have been absolutely sensational. And there's no way that I'm ever going to say it wouldn't have been. But on the other hand, guys, the realism is it's never been done because it's pretty much impossible to do. And that is one of the reasons why I was never fully in. I know Cal and Matt and them, man, but what if you're saying you're not involved and and I get drawn in the hype of a win and stuff and dreaming. You can always dream. It's a brilliant thing. But it was never going to really happen because it's nigh on impossible. And I'm kind of glad we ain't going to talk about it no more, because it's kind of doing my head in. I said at the end of the last quad chase that I hope it never happens again. And then it did, because like it was draining. It was draining. It was exhausting, and it must be the same for the players. I can only imagine if this is what it feels like as a fan, it must be triple as a player. So, of course, we wanted to win it. But it's over now, and there's a little part of me glad it is. But we could stop fucking talking about the quad. What we wanted to do, why we wanted to win the quad, was because we wanted to do what's never been done. And that's understandable. And we wanted to be able to rub it in the faces of all the other fans and tell them to shut their mouth. You can't talk to us again. And that would have been great. But that ain't all what we're here for, guys. That's being way too adverse in other people and other fan bases and caring too much about the other fan bases. I want to concentrate on us. I want to concentrate on our fan base. And I don't really want to give a shit about the other fan bases and what they have to say and if they want to mock us or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I don't. It's kind of the same thing for the celebrating. And nobody can tell me I'm chatting shit when I say this, because somebody really told me when I've really rubbed it in their face that Liverpool have achieved something. I celebrate because I want to win. And yeah, during the time I might say, fuck you, fuck Man United, Arsenal, hold that or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But any Arsenal fan, tell me when I've ever rang you and gloated that week that Liverpool have beat you. Any City fan, any Man United fan, even my brother will probably attest to this. I don't ring him and boast. When we beat Man United 7-0, I didn't start ringing all the Man United people and going, hey, because I just want to win for me, for us, for Liverpool. I want to celebrate for us. I don't get carried away in running to chase after them, man, to show off to them about how much we won. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't care about them. We do it for us. And even though the quad would have been for us, I feel the majority of people within the Liverpool fan base wanted to win the quad to rub it in other people's faces. And the romanticism of it. And it's over now. Let's let it go. we have our main goal, which is to win the league, right? To win the league. Second goal to that, European trophy. And then after that, the rest is what it is, right? And I'll let you know the main reason why the FA Cup isn't as big of a deal as what maybe the quad made it out to be. Arsenal win the FA Cup and we all say we don't care. So unless we're lying to Arsenal because we feel jealous of them winning it, that's what it is. We all, whenever Arsenal used to win the FA Cup, we always used to say, well, who really cares? Right? So were we lying or not when we used to say that to them? We won a cup double. And people told us it was embarrassing we paraded it. Cup double. We won 2 trophies in one season. And we were told we're an embarrassment to do a parade for it. Even a lot of Liverpool fans themselves said it was an embarrassment to do a parade. So that means you think the FA Cup doesn't mean anything then. So there's a lot of contradictions. You see? You wanted to win the FA Cup because you wanted to win the quadruple. And I get it. But the quadruple is a faraway dream. And it's over now. And we just have to deal with it. And I don't want the ultra negativity to seep in on what could still be a sensational season. We could still go on and win the league. We could still go on and win the Europa League. We could win both. And even if we only get one of those, it'll be 2 trophies in one season. It will still be a good season. It won't be the season we wanted, but it'll still be a good season. We went into the season, and I know things changed during the season, but we went into the season with no expectations. I was told I was being over the top when I said I think we'll be in a title race. Drift, you're going way too far with that positivity. Everybody spun around and got on my wave once they started to see we're playing well. But now the same person who had that positivity at the beginning, is trying to give you more positivity. And now you're pushing back on me and you're telling me, no, there's no time for positivity. You're making excuses. Well, whoa. You all didn't think we could win a quadruple at the beginning of the season. So even though things do change throughout the season, the expectations do change throughout the season, the same squad you didn't think was good enough, you're now angry it didn't do what you didn't think it was good enough to do in the first place. It doesn't make sense. But again, people are going to say I'm making excuses. People ain't going to want to hear it, and that's fine. Let me know in the comments what you think. That's fine. But let's have grown-up discussions about this rather than just finger-pointing, name-calling, telling other people they're rubbish and they're this and they're waffling and all this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's allow all that. That's childish, man. That's proper childish. We're out. It is what it is. It is what it is. We've still got some other trophies that we can get. Let's not this negativity sleep in too much. Man United, go and do your thing. Go prove me wrong. Go prove you can win. Go and win the FA Cup. Go prove to me that you can beat Man City and go win the FA Cup. But I'm just, there's a part of me that's just relieved all this quad talk is over. Because it was fun and the narrative was fun and all that. But in reality, I knew it could never happen. And that's why I was never fully on board. And everyone can attest to that. I got dragged on board because everybody told me I was being negative. Well, I never believed we could win the quad because it's never been done. I don't think it will ever be done. The greatest Man United team in history never done it. The greatest Man City team in history never done it. The greatest Arsenal team in history never done it. The greatest Chelsea team in history never done it. Because it's pretty much impossible. So as much as it would have been sensational to create that history, that's a hill I don't want to die on. You know what I mean? And it's a hill I barely even wanted to climb. Let's go and win one, if not both, of the 2 major trophies left for us this season. Let's end this season well. And let's hope that these last few games that we don't have to play now, we're not in the FA Cup, give us a little bit of a break, a little bit of a rejuvenation. Give our players a little bit of rest that they need. You're saying the ordinary season, people. If everybody had been fully fit all season, it'll be a totally different scenario. I'd be a lot more on you lot's wave. This is a season where our team has been dragged. We've had to play kids. We've had 9, 10 senior first-team players injured all at the same time. It's a miracle we've even been able to get this far. We beat Arsenal with a weakened team to even get to the next round of the FA Cup. Then we beat Southampton with kids to get to this point. Miracles almost. Things that shouldn't have been done. Pushing the boat out. Brilliant performances that were way beyond the years of a lot of these players and way beyond what the squad should have been able to achieve. It's been amazing. It's been such a cool roller coaster ride so far. But there always comes a point where it might be a bit too much. It just comes a point where it just might be a bit too much. We ain't had all these man fit. We're trying to get these man back. Man, I'm a Vex Salah's coming off. I get it. But we can't ruin him for the rest of the season. Szoboszlai, same. We need him. Elliot's been better than Szoboszlai this season. I mean, angry Szoboszlai came off. But Elliot's been better than Szoboszlai. It made sense at the time. Hindsight is easy. Man United, we were the better team. Man United should not have been allowed to get their equaliser. They shouldn't have. But look, it's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. And I don't want people to get too carried away. I really don't. I'm gonna look at the Liverpool fixtures right now, actually, while I'm here, just to have an actual look and see what the situation would have actually been. And I'm gonna go and have a look at Man United's fixtures because I want to know when that FA Cup game now is. So the 20th of April, but to be determined. But the 20th of April is when that semi-final is supposed to take place. What would Liverpool's 20th of April have looked like? So that would have meant the Fulham game would have been rescheduled because we got Fulham on the 20th. And our FA Cup semi-final, which could have been against anybody as well, by the way. Let's not do the childish thing and go, no, it would have been commentary. No, because if Liverpool's in there, the butterfly effect, everything could have been totally different. It's very childish to look at it like, no, we would have got commentary because we're just the same thing as Man United. It doesn't work like that. We could have got Chelsea or we could have got Man United just as easily as we could have got commentary if we'd have gone through. So we could have had Man City or Chelsea in a semi-final with a trip down to Wembley, squashed in between at Atlanta, second leg of the Europa League, and then West Ham away in the Premier League, right? That could have been pressure added on top that might have just continued with whatever injuries. We don't know what we might have had or whatever, so who knows? So you have to still kind of look, and then God knows where that Fulham away game would have been pushed to. Like, who knows where that Fulham away game would have then been moved to because of the way the scheduling is. Because you got to remember, look at the situation with Arsenal and Chelsea. Nobody knows when that game's going to be played because they've been moved around because Chelsea's still in the FA Cup. What if that Fulham-Liverpool away, because Fulham away ain't easy, you know? Fulham away ain't easy. I'm still worried about the game even it being the 20th of April. Fulham away ain't easy. Go and ask Tottenham. Fulham away ain't easy. Go and ask Arsenal. Fulham away is not easy. What if that game got rescheduled and pushed randomly somewhere like between, look, we've got Tottenham at home, then we've got Villa away, guys. Yeah? 4th of May, 11th of May. What if they found a way to squeeze Fulham away in between those two? So we had Tottenham at home, Fulham away, Villa away. Within the space of God, how many? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we have no idea whatsoever where that would have been pushed, what would have happened, how that could have been squeezed. Or it could have been maybe squeezed between Villa and Wolves. Because Wolves are on the 19th of May, Villa's on the 11th. But who knows, there might be European games in there as well. So who knows? So all I'm trying to say, people, is it might be a blessing in disguise. I understand we're angry. We are angry that we are out. But it could also be a blessing in disguise that we don't know where that game would have been put and what the situation would have been with regards to the whole situation. We just don't. So let's just try to have as positive as a spin on this as possible. You lot might watch this and think I'm chatting absolute shit. It is what it is. I'm not even going to, maybe I'll even do another vid or whatever, but that's just how I feel right now. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel right now. Man City, obviously, in the other FA Cup game, absolutely dispatched. What do you call it? They absolutely dispatched Newcastle. So they're through to the next round, obviously, which I said. Chelsea, obviously, through. No, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Chelsea beat Leicester, 4-2 to go through. City beat Newcastle, 2-0 to go through. And obviously Coventry. You know what? I'm just going to end this FA Cup Drifty review talking about Coventry. That Coventry Wolves game was absolutely sensational. What a fun game. I'm so glad I decided to watch that game. What a fun game of football, and absolute credit to Coventry, who worked their absolute bollocks off in that game, came from behind, and absolutely deserved to go through just based on the fact that the smaller team, all that endeavour, all that drive. Well done, Coventry. Well done, Coventry. I am absolutely over the moon for them in that performance. Nuri was absolutely cooking for Wolves. It was just a really fun game to watch. It really, really was. It was a really fun game to watch. End to end at times, good quality. You know what I mean? And they did Coventry a credit to themselves and the championship. You know what I mean? Is it the championship or the Division 1 they're actually even in? I'm not even actually sure. I haven't checked on Coventry for a minute. What are they in? Oh, this thing's not going to tell me. I think they're in the championship, right? But fair play to them. You know what I mean? They did their thing, man. So they are the love story of the whole thing. You know what I mean? That they've gone through. And yeah, it's Chelsea versus Man United versus Man City, and it's Man United versus Coventry in the semi-final. May the best team win. May the best team win. So it's been your boy Drift. Big up everyone. I'm sure enough people disagreed with me, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like I said, I might even do another one when I'm less in the heat of the moment and all that kind of stuff. But until next time, smash a like button, please, people. Road to 2K. Subscribe if you're new. Big up your damn selves each and every time. And I'll catch you on the other side, people. I'm out of here, man. Peace.